Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. We'll start with preseason football as the Chiefs kick off their first game at the Cardinals. The Chiefs will play starters like Patrick Mahomes, running back Isaiah Pacheco. I want to see if Isaiah Pacheco is better than he was at the end of the season. Elijah Mitchell, Brashard Smith could be players that could become breakout players. Maybe Jalen Royals. We'll have to see, since Damian Williams is a guy that can start a 50-plus yard run has been hard to come by. In fact, I don't think they've had one since Damian Williams. The Chiefs need more production from the running back this season in order to be elite. People are going to say that Isaiah Pacheco has sustained a good career, but he's had injuries in the last 2 years, which has caused him to miss at least 3 games. I wouldn't extend Isaiah Pacheco's contract. That's a different story for another day. At the wide receiver spot, of course, Hollywood Brown Jr. is hurt in his first preseason game. Seems like Rashid Rice also hurt, but he'll have time to serve his suspension and get healthier. He will also serve his suspension, and maybe he'll go to jail. He has to serve jail in the first and 5 years, and it would be smart if he can't go to the Chiefs' facilities to serve jail time. After his speed race and walking away from a kid that had to go to the hospital and walking away from the scene of the accident. I'd also like to see what Juju Smith-Schuster can do. He only had 231 yards. There's a question on that. Xavier Worthy, the first-round pick, I want to see him become a top 5 to 10 receiver this year. He had a lot better end to last year than he did at the beginning of the year. Tywan Thornton has the speed to burn. Chiefs seem to like that, and maybe he can bring his career around. Jalen Royals also is a player to watch out for at the rookie spot. He's got the speed. Travis Kelce, tight end, maybe his last season. So I'd like to see what Noah Gray can do. Is he good enough to be a starter? Maybe we may never see that. We may never know. We also may know. It depends what the Chiefs do next season if Travis Kelce retires, looking like he will. Let's look at another tight end. Let's look at the offensive line. Creed Humphrey, Trey Smith, Kingsley Satamai. Is he good enough to be a left guard? I don't know, but they just seemed to just give him the job last year at left tackle, and he wasn't so good. Should Jalen Moore be on the right guard? The rookie sent Josh Simmons, who is excited to play and is winning the job over Jalen Moore, who they may have expected to start the season with. Josh Simmons looking like he can be an elite player. The Chiefs haven't played a preseason game yet to figure it out. Jawan Taylor not living up to his contract, maybe average. I would like to see Jalen Moore for an open competition. Jawan Taylor led the league in penalties. He was much better last year, but he's still an overpaid player at $20 million plus, which might be the reason you have to start him, but there's also other reasons you don't have to start him. At right tackle. On the defense, Chris Jones, you don't want him to get hurt. Mike Dana, would be nice to see him get some better play. Norman Lott, the rookie, also for nice to see him getting more play. Mike Pennell, the veteran, he's a little old. George Karlaftis, he got his new deal, but in the top 10 defensive end, which means the Chiefs don't have to give him a big deal. The veteran players, Nick Bolton, Sheil Chanel, and Tranquil, veteran linebackers. On the cornerback side, Trent McDuffie, he's already a proven player. Jalen Watson, and Najee Johnson, and Joshua Williams. Joshua Williams, after starting in 2 years ago in the Super Bowl, his job could be in question for just playing on the team. People seem to be high on Christian Fulton. And the safety, Brian Cook, as he starts his position. Jaden Hicks gets hard, so you want to see if he can be really good this year. He had 3 picks last year, which was very good for a rookie. Deion Bush, he's what he is. a 9-year player that is primarily a backup. Harrison Butker just likes you want to see him knock some field goals through. Matt Ariza is a good story, but Ariza is just an average punter. He needs to put more punters on the 10. And no, he can't just hit him as hard as he can like he wants to. Instead, if you're going to position him in the right side of the field, you don't want to put him on the 20 every time. It's hard to argue with Andy Reid about his starters. When the regular season starts, the Chiefs get off to some of the best starts in the NFL. But I'm not a big fan of playing starters like Patrick Mahomes. You want him to stay healthy, and I'm sure if it wasn't Andy Reid, it may be a different situation with playing Patrick Mahomes. We may see that as Andy Reid continues to get older. Jacksonville Jaguars versus Pittsburgh Steelers. Jaguars head coach Liam Cohen confirmed that all starters with Trevor Lawrence and star two-way player Travis Hunter will see action in the rookie. Many key starters, including Aaron Rodgers, DJ Metcalf, TJ Watt, Joey Porter, Jalen Ramsey, will be held out for the game. Arizona Cardinals versus Kansas City Chiefs, as we said, both teams plan to play their starters and for one quarter, including Kyle Murray and Patrick Mahomes. New York Jets versus Green Bay Packers. I would only expect to see a few series, but they say one quarter. New York Jets versus Green Bay Packers. Jets coach Aaron Glenn confirmed that the starters will play, though he did not specify for how long. That's according to the New York Post. Packers, all quarterbacks, including star Jordan Love, is expected to play. That's according to Acme Packer Company. San Francisco 49ers versus the Denver Broncos. 49ers most likely to play. Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle are all unlikely to play. Decisions will be based on joint practice. Broncos expect their starters to take the field. Now we're on to baseball. Seth Lugo has his worst start of the season, and he just gives up runs and runs. As he seemed to happen to not be his best, that's when you don't have a 95 mile an hour fastball to put it on him. Instead, you throw 90, which that 5 mile difference can hurt. The Royals need to go about 6-3, and they are not off to a good start. It might be a must win on the mound. Noah Cameron will go for the Royals in his last start for the Royals. He gave 4 runs and was shaky, but the Blue Jays do have an elite offense, able to win 2 out of 3. Noah Cameron will go for the Royals, and Bailey Ober will go for the Twins. Game time 6:10. The Cardinals were able to meet the Cubs offense last night, who has been very good. Are the Cubs starting to lose it like last season? As it stands, they are ahead in the wild card National League, but that league is tight, as the National League is the best league out of the American League. In the National League, tonight the Cubs will have Colin Ray, who's been a high ERA, and same with Andre Platt, both having less than stellar desired seasons. Game time 6:15 from Busch Stadium. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report.